Condition, centering, I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. Give me a 9. 3, 2, 1. Hey YouTube. Today, we're going to be finally opening up something that I've been waiting for quite some time. It is my submission for CGC that I made pretty much almost at the very beginning of this channel, effectively. If you hadn't seen that, you can go ahead and check out those earlier videos, but that's pretty much what the beginning of the channel was. It was like figuring out, okay, what sort of cards can I put together from my childhood and send out to go and get graded, among a few others that I bought recently because I thought it was cool. So finally, after many months, we have this box and I can go ahead and open it and we can go ahead and check out exactly how did everything grade. So before we actually get into this unboxing, I thought it'd be kind of nice while we're on the topic of graded cards to go ahead and bring up something in particular that comes up every once in a while, and that's, what exactly do you go ahead and get graded? There's kind of a couple answers to this, but ultimately it kind of comes down to you and exactly what is it that you want to go ahead and collect. If you're someone who's super fond of a particular kind of Pokemon, then by all means, get all the PSA 10 Bulbasaurs or CGC Squirtles, whatever it is that floats your boat. So there are no wrong answers. However, among that, and again, this is still all subjective and I'm just a person on the internet. There are kind of a couple of grail cards that, should this actually make its way into your collection, it's a good idea to. You don't have to, but it's a great idea to go ahead and do it. So what brought this up for me is that I saw that my friend was posting onto their Instagram story specifically that, they came into possession into a first edition Shadowless Charizard. And so when it comes to something like this, when it makes it into your hands, you got to ask yourself, is this something that you should grade or not? And I kind of feel like just because of exactly what this card is, you probably should go ahead and grade it. I mean, the benefits for grading is that, one, you could absolutely check that this is an authentic card. You can go ahead and have it protected just by the case that they encase it in. And then once and for all, you can go ahead and at least be able to determine what the condition of this card is, because we don't have special eyes. There might be lots of schmutz on this card that we can't see, and therefore, let's go ahead and have professionals take a good look at it with their special eyes. And if you're not looking at this from the sentimental point of view and more of a financial point of view, the thing is, the base set Charizard, I've seen some Charizards in terrible conditions, but because of what that card is, it still sells for at least $100. And I'm talking about the card that got caught into the washing machine and then it just got jammed into people's pockets along with their lunch. But anywho, when I saw this on social media, I was like, please grade this. Please do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. So I hope that gets that kind of love. But even if it doesn't, well, all these cards are loved, except some get to last a little bit longer. All right, but without further ado, let's actually get into this box. Okay, so I'm gonna try to be careful as to not peek at things. So let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I mean, I have no way of knowing what the order of anything is, but I'm super excited. So we're just gonna go ahead and take it out and we're gonna go ahead and check this out together. Like, I'm not even gonna look at the grades. We're just gonna see it at the same time. I'm covering it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is my Shadowless base set, first edition, Red Cheeks Pikachu. That is a mouthful. Are you kidding me? I kind of want to leave this one for last. You know what? I'm gonna leave this one for last. I'm gonna put it back in. Sorry about that. So how about this one? Hey, okay. So this is a special delivery Pikachu. If you don't know the story about this one, it came as a promotion card. You have to just spend $20 when there started being a Pokemon Center accessible to Canada. I wasn't into cards back then, so I had to go ahead and just purchase this secondhand. But yeah, I'm super happy to go ahead and have it, and let's go ahead and see what the grade is for this. Stop focusing on me. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oof. Oof. I mean, I'm really happy to go ahead and have it. I'll absolutely take the 8, but I was hoping for at least a 9. A 10 would be magical, but we'll take that 8. So let's go ahead and see. It's got 9 for centering, 7 for surface. Oof. 8.5 corners and 8.5 edges. What do we have here? Haha! This is an original Birthday Pikachu promo. I sent this in because I was excited. There was no other Birthday Pikachus. Now there's one in the 25th anniversary celebration set. Super excited about that one, but I'm really happy to have this kind of original card. But I actually did have some doubts after I had sent it because I was looking back at my videos and pictures that I took of the card, and it's like, you know what? You have surface damage. Card, you have surface damage. But regardless, I'm kind of okay about whatever grade I'm gonna get on this. I feel like this is gonna be a 5 or a 6, but this is my 5 or 6. All right, so let's go. 3, 2, 1. What? This is an 8? Surface, what are you? Surface got a 7. Okay, that was the lowest grade. I could absolutely live with this. An 8 Birthday Pikachu original. So 9 on the centering, 7 surface, 8 corners, and 8 edges. That is beautiful. And I'm super happy to just be able to have this in my collection. Also, this is a very Pikachu heavy submission, or at least this portion of it. All right, so what do we have here? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is my Legendary Collection Reverse Holographic Venusaur. So again, this was one of the big cards that, I made a big deal about just because I never pulled this card. Back in the day, I traded this away from some other kid. I was also a kid. I was not an adult trading kids. That wasn't me. The thing is, I didn't believe them that this was a real card, and I was like, okay, just because back then, you had cards that came out of like these vending machines that were actually stickers and not cards, but they used the same art. So like you never knew back then. You're like, this is a fake. You, sir, have fake cards is what you tell the other child. The condition for this, I'm not expecting this to be very good, but I didn't care. Like at the point that I decided to go ahead and submit this, it's just the fact that it's a Legendary Collection card, because these cards are kind of harder to come by, especially the real popular ones. I still would love a Meowth. If I can get one in a 10, I would die. Anyways, let's go ahead and see. I'm guessing a 6, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Aha, expectations. Standards. We're on par with what we think we should be and where we should be. So what do we got? The centering was a 9.5. That is amazing. Surface 6. Agreed. Corner 6.5 and the edges 5.5. So the edges were the terrible thing. And that makes sense. You can go ahead and see small things in the corner. Small things. You want to call them dings? They're not really dings. They're it has whitening. But regardless, I'm incredibly happy and honored to be able to have this card in my collection, and I get to finally just have it just hang out, because I haven't had this card in my possession in a while. It's been gone for months, and now it's back. Oh, I'm so happy. All right, what do we got next? I think so. Probably not everyone cares about this card. This is Lieutenant Surge's Electabuzz. Again, this is something that I pulled out of a pack, not these days, because who can afford vintage packs these days? This was way back then. I remember the store that I went to, and it was the same store that I went to go ahead and get my Blaine's Charizard. That was a first edition. That was awesome. And this is another card that I'm super kind of proud to have. It's one of the better conditioned cards that I've had over the years, period. And that's kind of a hard thing to go ahead and do over the course of 20 years. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and check this out. 3, 2, 1. Hey! We got a 9, and everyone knows that a CGC 9 is essentially a PSA 10. That is awesome. Okay, so the centering 9.5. I'm so proud of these. If I could get a 10 in any subcategory, that'd be so awesome. 8.5 surface. I don't know what that's about. That was the thing that brought it down to the lowest point. Corners and edges 9. That's okay. That's okay. And also, it's such a beautiful card because it's a yellow card. Electabuzz is yellow. And then just the contrast with the blueness in it. Tell me that that is not an awesome card to have in your collection. Electabuzz looks... Okay, so second to last. Genuinely, I don't know exactly what this is. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, this is a ho from... well, one of the Neo packs. I can't remember the symbols between Neo Destiny, Neo Genesis. Not Neo Genesis because that's where Lugia came from and that was the star. This I kind of sent just because, you know, it's Ho-Oh. Like, okay, out of all the old cards that I have, Ho-Oh seems a little bit significant. I wish it was a Lugia, but Ho-Oh is more than fine. I remember that the condition for this wasn't that great, but the thing is, if I don't go ahead and send it, you know, the condition could still get worse. So let's go ahead and encapsulate it and just kind of keep it safe forever. All right, so let's go ahead and check it out. 3, 2, 1. Okay, a 6. Okay, I believe it. I believe it. So what do we have here? The centering is a 9. Okay, I'm like super happy about all these centerings. You know, it kind of makes me feel like at least I'm not too far off from just checking out, like, is this centered or not? Or at least back then. I feel like I'm way better now, but we're going to go ahead and see exactly how that works itself out next time that I make a submission. So centering 9, surface 6, corner 6. This is a double card except the 9. We got 6s all around, but good centering. Regardless, I'm pretty happy to just have this card. You know, it's Ho-Oh. Have this on a stand somewhere. Yes, please. All right, and then let's get into the final card. I would say this is a very special card, not on the sentimental scale, just because I didn't go ahead and collect this ever, because, you know, back when I started, it was early on, but it wasn't Shadowless early on, and it wasn't Red Cheeks Pikachu early on, which was the first Pikachu card that kind of came out as far as, you know, base set. It was this version. They made it Red Cheeks because they thought, it's Pikachu, it should have red cheeks. And then they were like, no, it should be yellow cheeks. And then the yellow cheeks is the one that was used after that. So there was a limited run for the red cheeks. So that's why this one's very cool. It's a Red Cheeks first edition Shadowless Pikachu from base set. As far as base set Pikachu, this is the one that you want to have. Condition, centering, I don't know. Let's go ahead and see. Please give me a 9. A 9 would be amazing. Give me a 9. 3, 2, 1. No. 8.5 centering, 7 surface, 6 corners, and 6 edges. Okay. Trying to see. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I can see that on the corners. There's like a little bit of whitening. A little bit. It's like a little bit visible, like there and there. I don't know. But regardless, still a cool card, and I'm happy to have this. But this isn't so bad, you know, because at least I have a baseline for this and all these cards that I have. You know, if I cared so much about any single one of these, I could go ahead and simply try my best to go ahead and get another one that's hopefully in better condition and submit it again and hopefully be able to beat out the ones that I got. So that's kind of a neat place to go ahead and be in as a collector, in my opinion. And to be honest, like, I'm still starting. I'm still just starting. And this was the entirety of my first submission to CGC. So there you have it. What did you think about this opening, this unboxing, and just grading cards in general? Like, honestly, it's super neat, and I would love to go ahead and keep grading more cards. But now that I know more things, you know, actually be a little bit more selective as far as, you know, like what's going to be the thing that carries us through to higher graded cards. But anywho, if you stuck it out all the way to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate that immensely. And if you're into this kind of content, please go ahead and make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Why don't you? Next week, I'm probably going to go ahead and be opening up more mail because I have a ton. Please help me. I need to go ahead and figure out what was good and what was a dumb decision. But anywho, thank you so much. You take care, and I'll go ahead and catch you on the next one. Bye.